Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's me, Regina, and this is Let's Talk 1943. But I do have a segment that I call Ring Out Your Sponge. And I'm going to do this once a week. I was doing it once a week before. I just want to welcome you back. I had to kind of revamp and adjust and pivot, like I always talk about. And so I am back. So let's just jump in this week. I want to talk about break down to break through. Once again, break down to break through. Okay. A lot of us are going through trials and tribulations. We're going through things in life, and I'm talking about myself as well as I think majority of us. And what happens sometimes, we get so close to our breakthrough, so close, and we give up right before the breakthrough, right? A lot of things happen. Sometimes you have things that happen, and let me tell you something. I had I lost a close friend, a close person in my life. My ceiling caved in on the same day. And I can't even tell you. Plumbing issues. I had so much going on the last couple of weeks. It was like back to back to back to back, right? And I had to sit still for a second. I go, you know what? Something amazing is going to happen. Something amazing is about to happen. But a lot of times, God, He used those examples for you to see if you still trust Him inside of that, in spite of that. That you still trust Him to know that He's going to pull you through all of this, or you're going to give up and go, well, what else could happen? What's next? And and we manifest those words because a lot of times we do say that. We'll go, oh, what else could happen? Like, don't say that. There's a lot more that can happen. Like, don't manifest that. Like, don't give up. I know it looks like it's a lot, but God don't give you what they say. God only gives you what you could bear. He's not gonna give you no more or no less. So I knew what I'm going through the last couple of weeks. I know I'm able to bear it, and I know that God is leading me through it. And I know on this other side of this, it's going to be an amazing breakthrough. I had to go through this breakdown, and when I got the pictures of my ceiling, usually I'll be like, "What?" I said, "You know what? All right, cool. Let me call the insurance company." That's what we pay for insurance, right? We pay for incidents like this. You get it fixed. Like, why get all upset and get all flustered about something that you already have the answer to? You pay your premium every month. Now it's time for me to cash it in. I paid for it for years and never used it. So now I saw the picture. I was like, all right, cool. All right, let me go ahead and call the insurance company and go ahead and get that done. Let me go ahead and get this claim in. Boom, 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 boom. Because there's other things that's on my plate that I need to really deal with, and that's not one. I'm not going to choose that one to get all crazy about and, screaming and hollering about, right? We got to choose. When we do things to be prepared, let it ride and let it go. And I'm hoping this is for someone out there that's going through some things right now. And it seems like it's always something. It seems like it's like a back to back to back situation. And I get it. I've been there, done it, have the t-shirt, going through it as we speak. And that's why I came up here today, because I really believe that God is telling you, trust me, trust the process, and understand that at the other end of this is going to be amazing. And you're going to understand later why you went through the things you went through. He needs to test your trust and make sure you good with Him, regardless if it's good, bad, or indifferent, right? It's always good to praise and be happy in Him and all that when everything is good. But when everything, don't go the way we plan, then that's when we need to put in those lessons and put those lessons that we learned. That's where it counts, is when the things are not going the way we suppose or we thought they were going to go, right? So the breakthrough. A lot of times the devil kind of has us thinking that, we'll never get to this goal. We'll never get to this, whatever you plan to do, and puts in those little stops and make you think that it's not going to happen. Don't let them do it. Even though you don't see it right now, you may don't see the light in that tunnel right now, it's there. You just got to kind of keep pushing. And when you keep pushing, you'll get down there and you'll see the light. So don't give up. Don't give up. Sometimes you're going to hear no's, you're going to hear people not agreeing, situations not working out the way you see fit, but it's working out the way it's supposed to go. That was a hard lesson for me to learn. Very hard. Because we're more conditioned to, oh, if it doesn't work, don't give up. You don't give up. But what you do is you kind of let go of the wheel and kind of just let it start kind of coasting so you can kind of see other options and other ways of making things work. I just dropped a video today about, sometimes you got to do things more than once. You got to, don't take the first no. Don't take the first this. And that's true. And that's 100% true. But be open. Be open to kind of pivot, adjust, kind of just reset, and then kind of go through, right? You're not taking no, but you got to sometimes kind of look at it and go, okay, maybe it's a better way of doing it. Maybe I should do it a different way to get where I need to go. Those are the things we need to start thinking about, changing the mindset on it. Just because you got to know doesn't mean no for good. It just means no for this moment. It just means maybe be no for that way. But there's other ways you could get around it. Like they say, it's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So you don't have to just do it one way over and over again. You could kind of say, okay, I got the premise, I got the foundation, but I'm going to try another angle to get up in there. Those are the things that we need to do. But those come with mindset changes. You got to change the way you think about and how you process stuff. Just like I said about my ceiling, I had to process differently. I was not always like that. I used to be like, oh my gosh, oh, I can't believe, and start feeling bad for yourself, start getting a little pity party, doing all this craziness when you're wasting time when you just need to make one phone call to your insurance company and get it taken care of, right? God forbid you're in a car accident. Long as you are safe, you and the people in the car are safe. The person that was hit or you hit is safe. That's all that matters. Cars could be replaced. Houses could be replaced. Don't get me wrong. It's very inconvenient. It's very inconvenient. I get it. I totally understand it. But when you really look at the scheme of things, it's not that important. Long as you good and safe, that's all that matters. As long as your health and your well-being, you can walk away from that, you good. That's what insurance is for. That's what insurance is for, right? Do your work in the front end, those type of things. Make sure that you got your stuff in order. Make sure you have your papers in order. Make sure you have things that protect you. Those are the things you need to work on, that front end stuff. So when things happen down the road, you protected, you got things in order, you know where to go, you know what to do, and it takes the stress off of you, right? And I'm going to talk about another thing. This is a little bit off, but it's not. Rental insurance. I won't tell you how important it is to have rental insurance. People don't see the value in it. It costs less than $200 a year, and it covers everything in your apartment. And let's say there's a fire or some kind of damage, water damage, whatever. You don't need to do nothing but make a phone call and get all your stuff in your apartment replaced. It's worth the money. I've seen it before. I've seen it many times that people will lose everything in their apartment and they think because the dwelling is covered through the person that owns the building, but your content, your stuff in that apartment is not covered. So when that happens, yeah, he's good or she's good. Her building's going to get fixed and all that because she has insurance for the dwelling, but your stuff is not their insurance. So FYI, when we're talking about coverage and insurance and stuff, go get rental insurance. If you live in an apartment, it don't cost a lot a year. It's worth it. And if something happens, one phone call and you're done with it, right? So, all right, digress. Let me go back. So, but I just want to let you know that God sees all. He understands. He wants you to trust him. He wants you to do what you need to do. Stay the course. Don't leave the course. Trust the process and know that he has you and he's not going to leave you or forsake you. And he's going to make sure that it goes the way it's supposed to go, not always where we think it should go, right? The mindset, the mindset, the mindset. I'm hoping that this blesses someone today. I'm hoping that you are able to hopefully work on that, work on the mindset, work on the change, the shift that you need to make for you to think that way. If you're not, if you are, great. Congratulations. I'm glad you are. Well, we always got to stay fast on that. Like that is a constant working for me. Like it doesn't end. A lot of people think, oh, you're a life coach, you know everything. No, I'm still human. And yeah, I still got to practice and I still got to, motivate and teach myself and keep myself abreast on things. Like it doesn't end. I always say, as long as you're breathing, you take that breath, you hear, you're learning every day, something every day. You should learn something every day. So, be open for that. Be open to absorb new, open to what I say, wring out those sponges, right? Let's wring out those old stuff, wring out the old insecurities, all that. And now let's absorb new ideas, new processes, new belief systems, and new mindsets. And that's what we're doing here with Wring Out Your Sponge. So I hope that you enjoy this. God bless you. Have a great week. Let everything happen the way it's supposed to be and understand it's not being done to you, it's being done for you. Until next time, God bless. I love you.